What's shaking and baking, all you hip cool cats? My name is Kit, and welcome to Chicago Reacts. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that ring bell notification. That way you're made aware when we upload new content onto our YouTube channel. But now, something interesting has happened. Ask, and you shall receive. Something new has happened in the realm of Warhammer 40k. And I think we all are well aware of what Gilliman has been combating during the entire Indominus Crusade, the state of the Imperium. He is by himself, and even though he is Lord Commander of the Imperium, he is still in a very precarious position, even though he has the Emperor's sword. He has to be very careful. And look, I think at this point, he needs all the help he can get. And it looks like he's going to be getting that kind of help. Now, the video I'm going to be reacting to is Time to Wake Up from Your Cat Nap, Lionel. No, it's not. It's called The Lion Awakens Warhammer 40,000. This is some incredible news. A loyalist Primarch has returned. Now, we've seen the traders of Angron return. We saw the new model come out. Obviously, there is Mortarion, good old Morty. You have Magnus the Red. And I don't think the new model of Fulgrim has come out, but already those four foul traitors, and they are traitors, especially Morty. Morty has the most BS reasons of betraying the Emperor. Yes, that's right, Death Guard. I'm talking about you. I'm literally talking crap about you, okay? So there you go. But the Lion Awakens, and I have to wonder about Lionel Johnson. So, and really how he's going to react to the Imperium, Gilliman being the Lord Commander, and so much more. So I'm going to play the video in its full entirety, and then I like to have like a little short discussion with all of you, because I do have some questions, and maybe this video might even inspire some more questions from us all. So to everyone that's going to be commenting in the comment section below, let's all keep our comments positive, because I got a couple of questions to ask, and let's respect each other's opinions. But without further ado, if you are a Dark Angels player, your Primarch has returned. Let's get ready to play this video in a 3, a 2, a 1.
The state of the galaxy, the Dark Angels, the Arcs of Omen series has led to the brink.
Okay. Interesting.
Abaddon has sent out the Arcs of Omen, Vashtor the Archifane is now at large, and Angron is on a rampage, and there's perhaps one character in the entire galaxy who could stand against Angron. That's the Lion.
Whoa!
Johnson is the Primarch of the Dark Angels, formerly the Dark Angels Legion, and now he is the returned Primarch of the Dark Angels chapter. Returning Primarchs are a big deal. The return of Rabute Gilliman, that was an era-defining moment for the inhabitants of the 41st millennium and for fans of the 41st millennium.
I'm going to pause it right here. He has noticeably aged. Huh. Interesting. And he kind of looks like a beefed up version of Tywin Lannister. Honestly, the actor who played Tywin Lannister should, if they're going to have a voice for this Lionel Johnson, it has to be the actor who played Tywin Lannister. That's the only. Yes, it works. It works. Do you agree with my opinion? All right, I didn't even know what the model was going to look like, but this is incredible. We're going to rewind this. Sorry, folks. But I promise I let it play in its full entirety. But hold on. Look at that.
Returning Primarchs are a big deal. The return of Rabute Gilliman, that was an era-defining moment for the inhabitants of the 41st millennium and for fans of the 41st millennium. It doesn't happen very often.
A lion cares very little of the opinions of the sheep of chaos.
And this is the second opportunity in my lifetime, certainly, to see a living Primarch return.
He's
Hell
been
yeah.
deep in the rock for thousands of years. All is lost to chaos. But this is where the Lion appears. And this is where he stand as a light in the dark, as a knight standing alone.
Wow.
He grew up as a feral youth on a forested world full of monsters and then taken in by knights after he'd spent years hunting down creatures of chaos. And that's pretty much what he's gone back to doing. He's found half of the galaxy completely subsumed by darkness, warp storms, chaotic beasts, so he's just set back to work. He is going to reunite, you'd imagine, with the Dark Angels chapter.
Of course.
Tide anybody who finds themselves on the other side of the battlefield from them.
Wow. Wow. Now, for 10,000 years, the lion has been asleep. So here's a couple of things that I want to engage with all of you. I'm talking to you. Drop that tasty snack. Put down that tasty beverage. We need to talk. All right. Obviously, Gilliman was in stasis when he was put to death by his brother, his foul, traitorous brother, Fulgrim. And then the lion, well, has been in a coma, asleep, for 10,000 years after dealing with his treasonous, I guess, mentor, father figure, Luther. Now, Dark Angels players, correct me if I'm wrong. Warhammer 40k fans, please correct me if I'm wrong on this. But we all know that the Dark Angels Legion were the first Legion, and that they had access to very advanced weaponry during the early stages of the crusade led by the Emperor. And at one point, before the Rangdang Xenocides took place, the Dark Angels had the largest legion. And I believe that is correct. But for all intents and purposes in regards to the character of the lion, yes, he's been very honorable, but he also had a chip on his shoulder and a bit of an ego. It can be argued that perhaps maybe he thought he would be the better war master. He's always tried to outshine his brothers. Maybe he had a little bit of jealousy. At least that's my perception of it. If there's lore that counters that, I would like to know what kind of books show the lion working with his brothers. Now, the thing is, I think the lion, especially at the early stages of the heresy, really wanted to make himself shine and stand out against his other brothers. Now, there was a video done by Wolf Lord Rowe where he narrated Gilliman. This was before the Emperor was enthroned. Gilliman, I believe, is with his mother and some of his close aides, and they're about to welcome the lion into the realm of Ultramar. And I believe that this is when Gilliman truly does believe that the Emperor is dead, and he's trying to recreate or trying to establish Imperium Secundus. And, the lion was sent there, or at least to observe what Gilliman was doing. And I think we all know Gilliman is a builder of empires. He's an administrator. He knows how to do logistics and supply lines. He knows how to establish an empire and build empires and maintain them. He likes to build order and infrastructure. And again, audience, I need your help to correct me on this, but I think from the heresy novels, Gilliman really thought that the Emperor was dead. Obviously, that wasn't the case, and of course, later on, the Lion and Gilliman are also met up with Sanguinius as well. The way Wolflord was reading that narration between these two, and from what I've seen, some excerpts from that narration as well, or from that interaction between Gilliman and the Lion, is I think the Lion thought that Gilliman was setting up to betray the Empire or the Imperium, or do his own thing, and perhaps maybe he wanted to stop Gilliman or expose Gilliman as being a traitor or someone who's a coward, and that didn't happen. Am I wrong on that initial statement? Because the thing is, this is kind of building up to where the galaxy is now, and it's interesting to point out too, with the foundation of Imperial Secundus is Gilliman gave up his power and named Sanguinius as the regent, as the head of their triumvirate. Hell, Lionel Johnson was part of that triumvirate. And I only bring this up because I'm curious how their relationship and how they're going to be speaking to each other. I mean, the Lion is unaware of just how their father's now viewed as a religious figure. The various factions within the Imperium, how much of a confederation it truly is, the breaking of the legions, the fact that there is these Primaris Space Marines that Gilliman has done, and that Gilliman is now wielding their father's sword, and that he is the Lord Commander of the Imperium. I think the Lion has a lot of questions, and I hope it doesn't lead to a conflict between these two, because neither one of them can afford it. And it is important to note that Gilliman, unlike the Emperor, has admitted that it was a mistake to break up the legions, that it was a mistake to break up the 500 worlds, that, and hell, Gilliman, I know we see all the memes on social media, but Gilliman is depressed. I mean, he has nobody to talk to. He's dealing with humans that view their father, as a god. I mean, if anything, Gilliman's like, finally, somebody I could talk to. But then again, we don't know the mental mindset of Lucifer, because he is devastated. Probably should still be devastated. Not only what happened to his world, the betrayal of his mentor, Lucifer, what he did to the Dark Angels, but also the fact Lion saw the Emperor get enthroned upon the Golden Throne. So, he might be far more cynical or brutal, or just maybe not as idealistic as he used to be. I mean, I kind of hope that he's sort of like a more, I guess I don't want to compare him to Tywin Lannister, but it would be interesting if he had that mindset of Tywin Lannister. Like, they're able to work together, and the thing is, they can work together because they did found together Imperial Secundus. And again, I want to bring up Imperial Secundus too, because at the end of the Dark Imperium trilogy, Plague Wars, there's a book that came out, and I guess the forces of chaos are trying to use this as propaganda, as well as probably people who, Lord Commanders or humans in positions of power that don't like Gilliman being the Lord Commander, to use the scandal of him finding the Imperial Secundus during the height of the heresy, which I don't find it to be as treasonous as it sounds, because Gilliman really thought that the Emperor was dead. And as soon as it was revealed it wasn't, they got their stuff ready to go, and the Blood Angels and then the Dark Angels were able to get there. So I wonder if people would try to pit the Lion against Gilliman. Like, maybe there's a game that will be played, and maybe the Lion will play along just to reveal more treasonous elements within the Imperium, to reveal it to Gilliman. Because, again, the fact that anyone would try to use the Lion as a pawn against Gilliman, the Lion was also part of the foundation of that Second Empire, with Sanguinius as the leader. So, and Sanguinius is beloved by the entire Imperium. So, geez, I don't know. What do all of you think? Will they be able to work together? Will the Lion be on a warpath? Because I don't see the Lion Lionel Johnson just barging in like a blunt instrument and saying, "Oh, I'm running the show now." I mean, he's far more analytical than that, and I know that he has that he has an ego. But what are your thoughts? Will this resurrected Lion be able to help the Lord Commander? Will they be able to reestablish their brotherhood? Will this be setting a potential conflict between these two, which I would hate to see? And I'm pretty sure Gilliman would be far more depressed. Hell, he might do ultra self deletion or whatever, Control Alt Delete. But I do want to bring this up. Okay, so again, just a couple of questions in case because I'm rambling on because I want to pull up the video again one last time because there's something that caught my eye. Number one, do you think during the height of the heresy that the Lion was trying to expose Gilliman as being a traitor? Do you think he probably he thought that the Lion that Gilliman was going to betray the Emperor during the height of the heresy? Did the Lion have an ego? Was he able, or was that just a way for him to just kind of mask his insecurities? Because again, the Primarchs are all human, as we have seen firsthand with Gilliman's overall depression with the state of the Imperium. Will the Lion? What do you think? Will the Lion go to Holy Terra? Will he have a conflict with his brother? Will the Lion just become the new War Master? What do you think? And also, what do you think of a potential voice actor of the Lion, maybe being the actor who played Tywin Lannister? I mean, I think that would be a good fit. All right, that's just me thinking out loud. Hell, what is the Lion going to think of the Tau or the Necrons or the Tyranids? There's so much potential in storytelling. And wait, a big one. Will the Dark Angels reform their legion in spite or standing up against Gilliman? Because the Fallen, Cypher, Luther, we all know Luther's out there. What's going to happen? Will the Lion reform his legion? What will Gilliman do? That's another thing altogether. There's so much. So let me go ahead and pull up this video here. There's something that caught my attention. And let me see if I pull it up by the frame here. I just realized something. That shield belongs to the Emperor. Where did he get that shield from? How did he get that shield? Because we do know upon the Golden Throne, the Emperor gave his sword to Gilliman. And Gilliman has the official command by the Emperor to lead the Imperium. Here's another question. Will the Emperor send conflicting messages to both Lionel Johnson and Gilliman? Because I guess the Lion has the Emperor's shield, and that could be just as powerful as a sword. I mean, that could be a symbol of authority. There's a lot of questions here. So let's please be respectful to everyone's comments. If people have new information or updated lore, yes, we do read the comments. And I want them to be properly paragraphed. I want punctuation. I want a thesis statement and a conclusion, okay? You will be graded. 10 out of 10. Life-changing video. The Lion has returned. My goodness, what a time to be a Warhammer 40k fan. Not one, but two loyalist Primarchs come back, but also not one, but four treasonous Chaos Primarchs come back as well. So, I'm really curious about reading the next lore that will be installed for Warhammer 40k and the overall conversation between the Lion and the Lord Commander. I do hope they're able to work together. And now, just to spoil everything, let's add one more question out here to the audience. So who else do you think is going to come back? Who do you think is going to come back? Who's next? Is it going to be the Wolf? The Wolf King? Leman Russ? Probably looking like an old man Odin. No offense, my Wolf King. Will it be the speed freak himself, Jagatai Khan? Will it be our sober and in the shadows, Corvus Corax? Will it be... Hello, my friends. Vulcan. Or will it be our favorite Praetorian, Rogaldorn? So I guess I might as well weigh in since I had that question. My next bet is the Khan. I'm gonna go out there and say the Khan is next. The Khan is next. Jagatai Khan is next. You heard it here at Chicago Reacts. I'm saying Jagatai Khan is next to come back. We shall see. We shall see. All right, everyone. What a time to be a Warhammer 40K fan. This is some awesome stuff. And by the way, if you have the model of Gilliman, the Lord Commander, if you have it in your army, hey, add that in the comment sections as well. So, and are you going to get the Lion, Tywin Lannister? I mean, Lionel Johnson. Type it all in the comment section below. Please take good care of yourselves. Hey, Forces of Chaos. Time's up, buddies. You got to get smacked around, okay? And you know what? If you got a problem with it, go cry to your Chaos Gods. Because last I checked, Chicago Reacts is a pro Imperium of Mankind channel. Take care.